Okay, so now we'll move on to work on the main storyboard. So previously, just now we were working on the launch screen storyboard, which is basically just the launch screen, which is a very simple one because you only work on a single view controllers, no work between multiple view controllers. So yeah, so we have the default configuration of 2 tabs with the tab application you just created. So now you click on the main storyboard and see how it works. So yeah, we can click on the main one and take a look here first. Anyone else here? Apparently they are all coming right now, but in a minute I'll just you all can open up to this page first. So yeah, this is the main storyboard. So this is previously I showed this where all the main views and the logic take place. So basically, just now I told you this is the entry point, and these two are like telling that this tab bar controller that which are the tab bars that needs to take charge of. So for example, if you added a new view controller here, and you do a control click drag, then it will be linked, and then you add a new tab just like that. But basically, this is just the first one first. This is just the most basic default way first. And let me further explain more. So as I mentioned, each rectangle is like a view controller. So a tab bar controller is basically a view controller with additional methods and functions that helps itself to manage multiple tabs. Okay. So
what time are you starting?
I thought it was 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Okay, you have to make an announcement like that. Because it's very noisy outside, so a lot of people don't know what's happening.
Oh, okay.
So you have to. So you already started already.
Yeah, only 2 slides.
Okay. What you need to do is that you go outside, try to ask those people. I'll go and ask. Okay.
Okay.
So but you may want, if let's say more people coming, then
don't worry, I will repeat because this is just ongoing content. Don't worry. I told them I just now went out and signaled them.
There's another bunch of people at this point. So from what time? So you're trying to do 1 to 3.
I'll see how it goes. I will go slowly because there's a lot of things happening. I mean, I want to solve the bugs one by one if they don't understand. Because there might be a lot of missing slides, not like some steps that I skip because my computer has a configuration. So I want to go step by step first. So
okay, so I'm going to call the rest of us.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm re-explaining, so it's okay. Yeah. So basically, I just explained about the tab bar controller, and so basically just now I mentioned there's like all the different inspectors, right? So the third one we see here is actually the identity inspector. So each part of the UI component, like for example, this storyboard has a view controller. So how do we relate it to the code? So in this view controller, there's this identity inspector, and then there's this class. So if you click this class and you set it as second view controller, it tells the storyboard that if you want to look for the code that is handling this view controller, we need to go and find where is the second view controller. So basically, it's here. As you can see, it's right here. Second view controller. So that will handle the logic for this view controller. So if you want to create a new view controller,
I think that code is not running, so you can just go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, and if you want to create a new view controller, you need to create a new corresponding script file if you want to handle it dynamically. If not, it will just have default behaviors like means you can't do anything with it basically. Yep, so this is how Xcode actually connects your UI to your code. And okay, here's some of the configuration. So for example, you want to customize your text, like someone put a home icon, you can then click on this bottom part at the view controllers. You click the bottom and then you select what there are one option that will appear under the attribute inspector. I mean, all these icons you have to add it in the assets catalog first, then you can add it in. You understand what I mean, right? You have to drag your image into the assets catalog, then in the assets folder, then after that, when you click there, the system item, then there's an image here. So basically, you play around with whatever you want to set. You set text, set image. It's a very custom thing. Yep. Yeah. So here's the first exercise for you all is to make up this kind of UI. So first, I already told you all what you all need. So you need 2 labels, 1 text field, and 1 button. And find them in the bottom right-hand corner, and then you just search manually and then add them manually into the view controller. Yeah, I'll give you around 1 to 2 minutes. It should be very simple. Drag and drop, and then as for the setting constraints part, y'all can try by yourself. Then if you're not sure, you can tell me. Yeah. I'll show you this something like that. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty simple. Only the constraint setting part will be confusing. So the blue color one is a default button UI. After y'all set it up, maybe like 1 minute later, I'll teach you how to connect these components to the code. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyone needs help in setting a constraint can approach me, because you can't really teach that because you have to understand. So maybe the first thing after placing all these objects, the first step you want to do might be setting the constraints for the first object at the top. Then after that, you set this to relative to its container. Then each of it you can set to the sibling, sibling UI object. Yeah, so make sure you're doing you're doing it wrong. So don't get into the stack. Not this one. This is what do you want to do? You want it to be horizontally centered, right? So you check the box. This is how much I weigh. So now there's a red color, so you only set the function. So now you want it to be a fixed spacing on the top, so you hit this one. This is the line, so you hit this one. Next one is the line, you can set the values. So in order to set it, you have to hit the line, so the line is clear. So now it's being set. Very nice. You can change it, but don't change it here, because this is where you add. You want to edit, go to the default, this one, and edit it. So yeah. And yeah, so basically like you want to use it, so the rest you can control drag, and then you set accordingly. Then I edit your values here. Control. Don't drag. Make sure you drag the part. So this you see this being highlighted, right? You're dragging the area. But you want it to be the sibling thing. If you find it hard to click, you can drag all the way. Put a mouse in. Vertical spacing, and then center again. You all can delete away the original labels that it has provided for you, like the first view. You can just delete it away. Click it. One side. Just adjust one side. Just in case of one side. You have to leave. Do you set a constraint? Is it? Okay, go to the bottom side. This is You try to do it now. Still does not change. And then until you
I feel it for people to type such stuff.
yeah. If anyone has any constraint issues, you know, yeah, you see, it's including right. I mean, if you don't find anything very weird, just tell me. I know all the shortcuts. Can type things like
How do you do
okay. Okay, so you see a lot of red color, it means everything is wrong. So the best way is to do constraint again because we don't have these constraints. Okay, so the first step, what do you do? So you must do the I mean the yeah.
First one.
No, just need to think about it. You don't really do vertical because if you do vertical means you own the same command. Now you only want to be horizontal center. So you remember a certain spacing on top. So you keep the red color. You just plain red color. They tell you need a Y to ask the back. You never use their suggested one sometimes. It's red color. If red color, you don't know what happened. Within a second. One. Yeah, it's 147.
Beauty is in the bottom.
Only because now you only okay. You only need to set from the top and left to start. If you want to write so then it is an absolute. It's there's the left. Let me put it in the center. It is should always giving it rules to obey to find the
Yeah.
So just like you said,
the X-ray. Now I just from the top.
yes. So now you have this constraint item. So you just need to set each of your system to
Control, right?
yeah, you can do it or just do yourself so you can do that. Control. That point to the 13
Oh, okay.
vertical spacing.
Oh, so I say that this is
Yeah.
reference with it. Then the horizontal?
Then you just do it. Okay. Horizontal and the horizontal.
So every single method I need to use to
Depends on what you want because you want a separate.
also
Yeah, so you want to do it this next one.
Okay, so location can point to
Both will can.
both will get.
Yeah, but if you want to be more accurate, right, point to the next one. If not, everything is with reference to this one, and suddenly you change this one, you apply which is here.
So this is one.
So the best practice is in reference to the border itself or to the like.
You must have one anchor object. Means one
So let's say your 30 degree is an anchor, right? Then like now I weather report from so you actually do the auto layout 30.
I mean that's the easy way. The hard way is you get if you don't want to do easy way, you can do it like what you make each of them anchor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just that it's very messy when you click back. You see that there's this blue color thing.
Yeah.
You do it to the top, right? You have this long arrow,
Yeah.
top line here, which is very troublesome. So now you want to change the spacing, and you put the direction over here. Then just very fine. You say top space, like let's say you want to closer, it's like 50. You don't touch this equal. It is equal and less than equal thing is when you set multiple constraints. For example, this text, right? You want it to have more 20. It's too long. Now I want it to be 27. Then you set multiple constraints. It's a very depending on edge case thing. So it will be relative. So you want to change slowly. So the first step you always do is to set up all the constraints properly. Then you edit the values accordingly. So for example, you see our location now is very short, right? So you set see what you want. Now it's 77.
So I need to
Wherever
click, right?
when you click, right, it takes whatever is here and set it. But then now you want it longer, so you type maybe 200.
Oh.
So now I'm helping you all do is error-free scenario. So if you have a yellow color error, you must read from you as an error. You must go to the variable and find error. If you see red color, maybe that you added too many constraints, or there's a missing constraint, then you go and follow the instructions. Don't press add suggested constraint. If you click add suggested, they add for you. But you don't know where they get triggered. So and then you might have to delete.
For everything you need a basic adjust everything.
Okay, so you let's say this is so adjust this to this, and adjust this to this, this to this. Because control. Yeah, that is assuming that you have already set the constraints properly already. So for example, here, this one. Because this one is very reliable, so they are all on. So if you show to someone,
Oh.
Depending on how you set it. So are you setting this to this? And this. So this, say if I don't click here, create a space, delete, yeah, but so do you set a weight height to it? Because if you set a height, yeah, so they will move up, but then it will pull itself because you only change the position, never change the height.
So if I don't need to put it,
Depending on what rules you want. It's basically constraint are just rules. I say, oh, it must be this. So when I move, I keep my hand. So now it moves, but I have no rules to tell me that I should keep at this height. So I just explain myself.
so if I want to do it, I would key
You drag your then you ask you, do you want to update the frame or the constraint? If you click update constraint, right, you'll update it for you.
but then that means I'm really satisfied with this. I would like
You try update constraint. So
it's in such technology.
usually I do that because very quick. So because I only use the update frame. It means I set
I agree with that.
So now you have a yellow color. You look at it. So they say, oh, this one is at maybe it's not corresponding to your one. So you click the triangle again. So then you go to the you want. So once you did it, there is no yellow already. Then whenever you just copy yellow warning, because they are assuming this one mistake, they don't know whether it's one. So now you want to set it to mistake.
Can I just like stack it?
You are stacking it. Or you have to, you can try this, but you lose a lot of control, but you can try to do the steps. Then you see, you lose the.
So I can just
Yeah. You can also do that, then after that, set this.
No.
It's probably hit this open. It makes sense. authentication.
When
Yeah. So that you know where is the
when I'm
error.
young,
A lot of people they don't use this because they want like
but this new so like
So like, is there like some
and
aspect
what
of
you do is just roll this one.
basically, what idea is there? One anchor just
They will show you how to
that's my way of doing it. Like, show me I get my understanding there. If you don't
So all I have to do is open up
the
that.
language, you can just set everything to its parent. You understand? Like you set it as an anchor, right? You can anchor everything to the parent. So this is unusable.
So everything is like compared.
Yeah, the parent is the top, is this zero, which is so I set in relative to my parent.
Okay, you can just like set to one.
Set to one, and after that, since that the guy knows where it is, I just set to two. Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem. Okay, no other issues, right? Okay, so yeah, the guy you can try to segment them up. So let's say you want to constrain it, just and this thing. Yeah, but you must remove all your old constraints because now you don't need the constraints. The stack view is doing for you. But usually people don't use that because they want more control. Yeah. So okay. So now this is like the first step in creating your own UI, like how to set the positioning and everything. So now I'm gonna teach you how to do the logic. Okay. So how do we connect the code to view? This is what Xcode call it as outlets. Okay. So yeah, basically just like that. Okay. So we know that this is the first view controller, right? How do we identify? Go to the first one, the third identity inspector and say, okay, this is the first view controller. So you have to go to the first view controller file, and you see this. Everyone can go to this. And you might be wondering, oh, how do you actually look at two files at one time? Okay, so Xcode has this split view thing. Yeah, so good luck to you if you have a small screen. So I don't recommend people coding with Xcode with a small screen. Minimally 13 inch. 13 inch also will die already. So best 27 inch. Yeah, so basically you have to click this. Can you find that? The second one. So I teach you a very interesting thing. There is the third one. You can do a deep brain and see everyone's code who wrote their code. So this is the split view. So once you do a split view, how does it work? Is you have to click your storyboard first. So once you click your storyboard, right, then you click on the second one. There's this automatic form. And the storyboard, you click onto your first view controller, the yellow color one. You must click on the yellow color one. Then you click the automatic. You automatically load its corresponding view straight file. If you have any issues, tell me. I can get you all step by step.
What's the automatic button?
There. You see there's an automatic here. Let me use my mouse. Here. This is the automatic button. Can you find? Okay. The automatic button. Yeah, it's automatic already. It's just that because your screen is too small. Yeah. So how do I squeeze it out? You try to reduce some of the screen size. So for example, right, okay, see here you don't have space right now. You just reduce it here. Then try to squeeze it out here also. Here also you can squeeze it more. Oh, you only have everything. Yeah. So the automatic button is represented by these two intersecting circles. If your screen is too small, you cannot see. You cannot find. Right? Everyone is at the pitch. Actually, you should click the storyboard first, then you go. So now you can. Okay, so okay, first of all, you click that already, right? Create whiteboard. Okay. Then click this one. Okay. Click the yellow color one. Yellow color one. Here. And then here. Always click the yellow color. Yellow color is the real controller. Okay, so everyone is at this page, right? Yeah, so yeah, you have the automatic. So that's the fastest way you can connect the UI over. Okay, so next, from this split view we create outlets. So what are outlets? Outlets are basically you create references to the object. Like this code points to this. So in the past it is really write pointers, but since Swift we don't need to write that kind of thing. So you can just connect them. Okay, for example, you want to connect your first UI label. Click this, then control click, drag it over. Yeah. You can actually you don't use split controller. You can use two windows, but unless you have two screens, because two screens you can connect through two screens and it works that way. So you connect all the objects until they appear like this. Do you understand? Yeah, some pop up. Then just read it says outlet, right? Just write a name and hit enter. I'm so sorry.
The difference between like weak and strong.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through programming 101. Okay, weak and strong are like okay. Swift and Objective-C go through this called automatic reference cycle. So for example, if you put everything strong, you keep a strong reference in it when it's compiling. So for example, you scroll to the next view. It keeps a strong reference, so next time when you go back to the view, it goes faster. So if you keep as a weak reference, right? When you go to the next view, right, you just discard all your memory, so that you don't you keep your app less memory intensive. But for example, you're doing with games, you need to hold to the strong value of the amount of gold you have, so that it's a strong. But then in this kind of app, most of the time you all use weak because you move on to the next view, you don't use it anymore. You can go and read up. It's called you go and Google weak versus strong. Stack Overflow, there's a freaking long essay on it. Command. Control. Alright guys, you don't have to, if you realize the code, my code positioning, I have placed it on top of the view debug. So it's like as if you do Java programming, you declare all your variable on top first. It's always above your methods. So you don't drag it into like the middle of nowhere. You drag it to the top. So you know that in this first view controller, what are the different elements you have? So you control the first label, go up, then control, click to the second one, all of them like that. So from now, I will explain to you the Swift syntax. Okay. So basically, you see this UI label exclamation mark, right? So in programming, there's noun objects, right? So in Swift, if the thing is, there's no such thing as like really a noun. It's either optional or it's an object itself. So exclamation mark means that this is definitely a label. So if you put like for example a question mark means this might be noun. That's all. So people use exclamation mark when they for sure know that it is a definite object. It's not like an empty object. For example, you're passing in this string that might never come. Then you cannot use exclamation mark. You must use a question mark. Then when you access the object, they know that it is not, then you will not crash because you already said it's question mark. Yeah. So later I'll show you some examples. So basically, you all set all the buttons like that. Now you understand everything. I mean, you all can know errors, right? Okay. Now, these are outlets. So basically, they are just references. They are not like just references. They don't do anything. You just created references. So what are actions? So we need actions because when you tell when a person uses an app, you have interactions with the application. So you now click on your button, control drag the button in, control drag the button into the bottom part. And you realize just now you said there's this pop-up, right? That says outlet. Now you click the outlet and then change it to an action. So in this action, you see there's this event type. So what does the event type do? The event type shows you what are the interactions. So most of the time we just use touch up inside. Touch up inside means I tap and I leave. That's called a text. That's called a touch-up inside. I have no idea why is it called like that. Then after that, and it has a predefined argument with sender. Sender means the event. Basically, you just need to change it to action, drag it to somewhere here, and then type the name. Maybe you say send button touched. Then you hit enter. Yeah, so you say like button touch. So it will appear with this action. So just now it's called IB outlet. This is called IB action. IB means interface builder. Okay. Wow, I need to drink water. Right? And once you all get to this part, tell me, you got any issues?
Even if you connect the text label, I mean, it's going to be a static label anyway. So what you connect it?
Static label. Oh, I'm just demonstrating to you. Like, okay, do you see why we are finding the label?
But the text field, you have to connect that.
Yeah, because I'm trying to simulate. I'm trying to tell you like, you can actually change the text of the label, the text field. That was what I'm trying to do.
Oh,
yeah, that's why I had to connect. And this is just for the exercise to tell you that you can connect everything to code. Yeah. So now, okay. Just like what he mentioned, he said it's a static, right? So first of all, you want to simulate an example that you can actually change the labels by the user input. You set the label of the top one, temperature label dot text equals the text field text. So like what you name here, you just put like this equals to this basically. I mean, you don't need to explain a lot. Just set the labels text to the text field text. You get what I mean, right? During the button touch event. So after you set this, you can go and launch your app and try yourself. You type hello. When you tap the button, the above text should be text to be set to the text that you just set. Just type. Yeah. We go to this step first and then see if anyone has any problems like thoughts or anything. Or text field. I want you to change the text field. Not the label to the label. I mean, there's no purpose in setting one label to another label.
yeah. And I thought the four variables.
Oh, okay.
But you don't have to declare the variable. Click on it. Control. Oh, for you.
Oh, you change the color.
Yeah, choose people.
Good for the eyes. Funny, I still spoil my eyes. Just have it in. Hello.
Declare button.
You should have like user
Declare button.
So the setting your own form.
Oh, so every component, yeah.
No, I'm just simulating. That change. This exercise does not make sense at all. You're supposed to type in something and send a text to a backend, and you should come back and report to the teacher. It's just telling you that you can actually set anything from here. So maybe eyes will break.
Let's see which one it is. So I just try to run it.
Who's your
This is the new method. My button M and D. Okay, so oh yeah, okay. So you have this kind of error, right? Is when you connected the outlet that is missing. So yeah, I'm going to tell you all these parts. And this is stupid because nobody knows. Very little people knows what the new byte means. We have a lot like physics. You can see the thing on top of one missing a dot. See, there's one missing one. I mean, it's telling you that this code is not small. So you don't drag that. You can just click here.
This is changing.
And you have to click here again. Okay, now you click here, you click the arrow one, the last one. Sometimes you have multiple one. Okay, now you delete the arrow one. Next. Okay, so please make sure that when you name a variable, name it the same method. At least put like button or label. So now button has no text. This like button can use okay, you follow it together. Button has no text. The button is a button. So you're gonna get text right? Get text. So what I want to do is exclude text and set label. So what okay, okay. Let me show you another way. Not content is going on. Command, just put a combo transform. Not emoji. So these are available. So that's what it is. That's what you can use. Because it doesn't have a value text. Because you should have you want to get a text.
I went to copy and paste.
My slide before
You put dot text already.
yeah, but the dot text is let me so essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tell you to set this or whatever you type in the text field. Now your model is so okay, you can name your variables already first like the one every square one label, 2 label, 3 text field, 4 button. It's easier to do. Anyone else have any problems? You have to get this desired result, right? Okay, I will go through how to call API thing later because that will take another 10 to 30 minutes to set up. But okay, for now I will go through how do you get from one screen to another screen. So now, whatever you see, right, it's just on these 2 view controllers, right? How do you actually move to the next screen? You use the app in multiple screens. It cannot be everything happening on one screen. Now I need you all to create a new view controller. Let me see. Okay, so why did that slide disappear? Okay, wireless screen, next screen. Okay, go to the bottom. I must be so tired. Okay, go to the bottom right hand corner, and then you type the view controller. Just type view controller. Oh, sorry. You all go to the storyboard first. Close your split view. How to do that? Yeah, just what I mean by close the split view, just go back to the single view. Then after that, view controller at the bottom right hand corner. Drag the whole object in to the next to the screen that you have been developing on. Yeah, just put it side by side. Any what?
Oh.
No arrow because so now how do you connect both of them, right? Is connect the button over. So you create a new button first. Create a new button called next screen.
I think I just left it
Later. Okay. So now with that button, right? Control drag. You click on the button. Control drag to the next view controller. Okay. Yeah, you can choose any option. Like I mean, the best is the show, the first one. So here are the different options. So the first one is show. Show basically just means that I go to the next one. Present as a modally means on the view set, right? So when you show, it means go to the next one. When you present modally, it goes on top, but it's a full screen on top. So if you do it properly, right, it goes on top and then should be across. You know, sometimes you use the head, sometimes it comes out up from the bottom, sometimes it comes on the right. So the modally is come out from the bottom, and then the next is on the right. And then, so basically people use this both. Pop over means that when you tap, right, it does not really appear totally. It's just like a small chunk, like a block of view on top. Okay. Yes. Pop up is a whole thing. Pop over is just over it. Okay. So just click show. Yeah. Then maybe you just put some text on this one. Put some label there.
How do you create a new screen?
Oh, now it's show the most bottom there. One is the top. Yeah, then control that. Next show. Then you put some text in the next view controller, and then you try to tap that button and see where it is. Yeah, go to label, tap label, and remember use a label to put text. A label, text view, anything, and put some text. Okay, you have to set a constraint. Because you want it to be auto recite, so you just need to do so now you can adjust. So now, yeah, now you try that you want. But once it overshot the screen, so even now your constraint says that start here, but I have no limit on the right side. So if you set a limit on the right side, then you hit here and you stop. So now it's actually central. Yeah, so you can run the app and see whether it goes to the next screen.
In my new screen, just start.
Go back to Go back. So the naming is very important. Once you get from the things pop up. Okay, can you, so are y'all able to run and go to the next page? Okay, y'all realize you can't go back, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, because you put a breakpoint. So you won't be breakpoint. You can just press the red line. So you pick up. So that you off it's a second page. Oh, you go back to that. The first. So if you know you do progress, just click on it. Now you actually put a break on it. You're not holding at the as a reverse. You hold the book. So you click. No. That is not. That's hold, drag, choose it on. I don't know why I went. So what happened is when you're debugging your code, you want to know where has the word breakpoint. Then the code will only run until that. Then you press play. Oh my god, it's just to do. But every single IDE have. Even the web also has. You can set in the HTML, the console. Okay. Everyone no more issues, right? Okay, now you realize that you're stuck at this screen. You cannot go back. That is because in your app you only have tab bar controller, and a view controllers. You don't have a navigation controller. So without a navigation hierarchy, your app doesn't know like which part of the page are you at. So now we need to add in a navigational controller. So there is two ways to do it. There is the complicated way and there is the simple way. Okay. So I'll go through the complicated way first so that you all can understand. I mean, if you all don't want, you can just hit editor and hit embed navigation controller, but you won't understand what's happening. So it's best to understand. So type navigation controller, drag it in. Yeah. You all understand? I mean, I just drag this in, and this should appear. Okay. Okay. Once that is done. Okay, this is a bit super damn stupid. Okay, so first you delete this thing. You delete the table view that comes with it. Okay. Yeah, you delete away this table view. Okay, so what's the rationale of this happening? So okay, just now I mentioned that this entry point, right? So what's happening is your app, when it enters this main storyboard, it only knows that it comes in from here, the tab bar controller, and then it loads these two views. And then this is connected to this view. So it doesn't know what is this happening here. It has no idea, there's no connection. So now what you need to do is, it is super confusing. Okay, so after you delete it, right, let me see whether I'm correct. Holy crap. Okay, delete all, basically delete all your arrows. Delete all your arrows first. Because you need to reconnect all your views to make sure that it goes to the correct place. Okay, so now first you enter via the entry point. You don't delete. You delete this. No, right? Okay, don't. If you delete this, right? Don't worry. at the object library, you can type entry point, and then you come back. If not, your app will have nothing. So you come in. Now, after you delete the arrows, right now you connect this to the navigation controller. Control drag, just control drag. Yeah, you should see this arrow thing coming out. Okay. So once you do that, right, it assumes that this has become a tab of the application, but this has nothing. So now this has to connect to your original tab.
So what's the
What is it? View controller. Yeah, view controller. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So view controllers. Then when you connect this to this, select root view controller. Then after you connect, I'll explain what's happening. So each tab bar controllers has a lot of child view controllers. So when you first created it, it has only two children view controllers. Two children view controller means the first view controller and the second view controller. But now you deleted it, you only left with one view controller. So now you want to add a new view controller to it. So you connect, it says that this is your new view controller. So but now this view controller has no child view controller. It is a root view controller to tell the application where is the home page. So you have to point to this one and says this is the root view controller. So you control drag this to this, and then you select it as the root view controller.
There's only one root view controller for every app.
Okay, so here's the complicated part. So you have one navigation controller here, right? So for each tab, you need a navigation controller. That's why you have multiple tabs. So when you press back, it does not interfere with the other tabs. So you go to this tab, it loads this navigation. You go to this tab, it loads another navigation controller. So when you press back or forward, it's only one flow. Yeah. So what we are doing now here is not the best practice. The best practice is each one will point to a storyboard reference, then each flow is another storyboard. But you're not doing a very complicated app yet, so you don't need that. So maybe one flow can have like 10 view controllers. Then you need to split it up to different storyboards. But now you can do everything in the main storyboard. You can Google this thing called storyboard references. I mean, at the bottom right hand, you can just drag it in. Yeah, so after you drag it as the root view controller, right, you just need to relaunch the app. Then your app will now have a back button. When you run the app, you cannot find the back button. Yeah. No. Open the button with trigger. Sure, I should say the email arrows. I want to hold. Your list is too big, right? Now, you can adjust the size of them. You want to make it next. Because now it's part of a navigation flow.
I think I deleted my 3 point or something.
Huh? So that is it. Because you did not point to here, so you need to point back.
Oh, there's a back.
Yeah, you can have a good control on the storyboard that has no arrow linking to it. Why are you?
You said you didn't think you can use the master. Then each tab would branch out to multiple applications.
Yeah, my navigation.
There's no action. So let's see if I want to do this to this.
Oh.
So now you got. Your right side where? I think you spoil it. Okay. So pretty much this is what all you need to create your own app, like all the flow. You just need to work with catch view controller, attack bar controller, and navigation controller. So okay, let me see what's next.
So I said that.
So then what? So you said this one. Okay, this is the second one. This show. Because so iOS iOS is a very not obvious kind of thing. Like you must assume that you understand how it works, then you would. I don't know how to explain this, but it doesn't show a back button there. Because you must assume that I know this is the second flow, and and then this is the root view controller. So every time you go to a different view, when you go back to the root. So you can try. If your simulator is too big, just command 134. Anyone have any issues?
Which level?
I thought you just
let's say like key
you key like that, right? Then you stop.
let's say
Something label, you must have a type you want label.
how do you know like which one is what?
There's this dot. This dot.
Then you click the dot
Okay, so for example, image. Can you put it below your top? Now it's crashing. And I press so
I do it.
so then see the stop. Oh, you click here. Yeah, so you click here.
Because I was thinking for the code you see.
That's why your naming was important. So here, how you name a variable is how you name. So maybe this is the whether temperature level, temperature level. That's self-referencing. Because there's no like way, even if you click here, right? Let's say you click this box, they only tell you that it's not like that's all. They don't provide much help. Okay, is everyone okay with this? They can get the back button now already, right? Okay. So yeah, so we are sort of done with the basics. That means you can actually create an app that has no backend, no database, but you can do something with it. Let me just share with you some things about iOS development. Like there are many ways to do it, like database in iOS. So in the past, people say the database in the device, but as time grows, the database gets too big, the apps gets too huge, and then people discarded that idea. So now all the databases, like with the apps, right, is to go through like the REST API. So everything is hosted on some random backend. And then every time you launch the app, when it's in the launch screen, it calls the application, calls the server until all the data is come back, then it loads the app. So that's what's happening now. Then everything is stored in the cache. Every now and then it will be refreshed and deleted. So if you still want to do a database on the app, you have to learn this thing called core data, which is nobody uses, very little people use now because it's very complicated. You need to understand what's NS managed context. And it's a totally very hard to understand database. It's not like SQL or anything. It's basically like a lot of funny objects in everywhere. So iOS is not just restricted to what UI kit has. So you can install this thing called CocoaPods. Later I'll explain. And then you can install third-party libraries in it. And a lot of iOS has to do a lot of planning. So you better know what you want. So for example, just now you do an outlet. If you name it wrongly and then you try to rename it in the code, your storyboard doesn't know that you rename it. So it will always crash. Unless you go to the storyboard and delete the outlet and then reconnect them again. So it's very important that you know what you want when you are doing your iOS app. And yeah, let's next. So depending on time, let's see how much I can go through about this. So just now I mentioned this thing called CocoaPods. So this is basically like, if you're done Ruby, it's basically like gems. If you're done PHP, I'm not sure. So everything has a third-party dependency manager. So like Node has the npm, this kind of thing. So even Xcode has, it's called CocoaPods. So first thing I'll go through maybe is like setting up a web service database. Okay. So depending on what you want to do. So usually my favorite is actually using Heroku, but Heroku, I mean, it's the easiest to use, but it's free, and it's just that the server will go down into a sleep mode for some time. So your database calls might lag. But since we are still students, we can use Microsoft Azure. It's another cloud management service. So you just Google this, and then you have to go and download the purchase the Azure Cloud product key, and then you must create a Microsoft account. Then you add it in. It's very complicated. So I wanted to go through this at the start, but I realized that it's not very useful if you're not too serious about it. So there's this link you can refer that how do you set up a cloud database structure with Microsoft Azure. It's pretty simple, except that when you want to integrate it to your iOS app, right, you better download their sample app and then copy paste code from there. Because basically their documentation for integrating their code into your app is outdated because Microsoft don't care about Apple. And so the code is outdated. So they only have a sample app for you to download. Then with that sample app, you go and observe where you can plug in the code to connect to your remote database. So this is the complicated part about using Microsoft Azure, but the good thing is it's easy to manage because everything is just click from the Microsoft Azure. However, if you want to do a Heroku way, you have to create, maybe like use a Node.js, use an Express. Then after that, you host a backend API with a backend database managed by your own. Then you write a public API interface to talk to your iOS app. Then call your own backend with your own API calls. Then you do the database management from there. So this is the more complete package way. And yeah, let me see what else. So just now I mentioned that I mean you all can get started with this if you all have time, but I tried doing this, it took me 2 hours, so I didn't want to go through this. And so okay, let me go through the Xcode later on. I'll show you the Xcode project I have now in a while. So how does Swift knows the backward compatibility with Objective-C is because they have this bridging header. So everything you write Objective-C, right? They will know that it's Objective-C, and then you have to create this Objective-C header to bridging header to tell the Swift file that this is an Objective-C file. When you are doing this, following these steps, one of the steps required to do this, but Microsoft don't teach, so I have to find another way to do this. And yeah, so yeah, so there are also a lot of node packages that allow you to manage the Microsoft Azure SQL from your command line. You can use this link. Yeah, basically that's the end, but I can show you some demo first because it's all okay. Yeah. I'm not too sure you all have your own backend database set up yet. Okay. So just now you can see that my project is very different from yours. Because I wanted to teach you all CocoaPods, but that is a little bit complicated. So but I'll go through it step by step here. So you see our pods file here, right? So currently your Xcode project is a .project file. But if you have to use CocoaPods, it means third-party libraries, you have to install this thing called the pods. And your whole project will become a workspace. If you open the project file, your app will crash. You might open the workspace file. So what do I mean? For example, okay, let me just go through what's CocoaPods, okay? So, for Swift and for Swift and Objective-C. Okay, so how do you install? So it's actually a Ruby gem. Don't ask me why, but you have to install this first. And yeah, so right after you install it, right, you have to do they never write the pod init here. So go to your Xcode command line there, and then you have to, go to your terminal, go to your Xcode project file, and then type pod init, and you will create a pod file, which is this file. You can either open in Xcode or you view into it, and then you can see like you have all these packages. So this is how you use third-party packages in Xcode. Yeah, it's very troublesome, but so you know you want to make API calls right here in your app. So Apple has very infamously made it very hard to call API calls. So there are many ways to make third-party packages to make API calls. So the old one is called AF networking. Currently, it's called Alamo Fire. Yeah, and so you can type the pod here, and then you do. Then after that, you save the file. Then at the command line, you type pod install. After you do a pod install, then you have to open the Xcode workspace, and then you can just import the file and use it. I mean, if you want to do it now, you all can just follow the instructions now here. Do a sudo gem install CocoaPods if you want to install. I can go through step by step. I have the code. It's just that I didn't put inside the slides. I don't want to do it now. You are interested how to make API calls. Okay, or everyone want to stop here? It's okay, right? Yeah, I knew it. I don't want to go through this. So complicated, man. Yeah. So basically, just now the ones I teach, you can make a very basic app already. Like I said that you cannot make any API calls. If you want, you just need to go Ray Vanderlich. This guy basically has every single thing you need about iOS. And it has videos. It has everything. Okay, and you just need to Google this Ray Vanderlich and type how to make API calls and everything. It has step-by-step guide. It can even teach you how to build a chat app in 3 hours. Yeah, so everything it has is on this website. Without this website, a lot of companies will not exist. Yeah, yeah. My previous company, they all watch the video and build the app. Yeah. So, yeah. So basically, you can learn a lot of things on this website. And if worst come to worst, go to udemy.com and pay some money and just watch the video. Yeah, and each component of learning of iOS will take you 2 to 3 hours. So that's why these 2 to 3 hours, I cannot possibly teach you all everything. Just by teaching you all the Xcode can kill people already. Yeah. So what I have told you about Xcode, right, is only just a little bit of what Xcode can do. So for example, this. See, if you click on this one, you can see Git blame. So you can see who actually wrote the code here. It's quite fun to see your colleague who's the fucker, you know, something. Yeah, yeah. And oh shit, this is recorded. Yeah, you can also do a comparison like all the different commits. So if you work in a in an organization or 2 people code, you can just click like all the different local, and then you can just do a div here easily. So this is actually a very good IDE. And you can set breakpoints. For example, just now someone accidentally set here. So you can actually set this here, and then when you run, so when you run, the command line comes out. Hey, where is it? So a breakpoint might seem like a very difficult thing, but let me tell you how powerful this breakpoint thing is. It's like amazing. Okay. Hey, where is it? Okay, come on. Can you load faster? Okay, so now it's at this breakpoint. So you can see this thing called LLDB here, right? This is like a command line. You can examine all your variables here. It's very fun. So for example, you do a PO self. So it will go into the code and then print out the value of the code itself. So you can get the controller value here. So you can do like check everything here. So this is one of the powerful things that Android doesn't have. Yeah. So you can access all the values at the runtime itself. So for example, your app is crashing somewhere here. So you can put a breakpoint here and check immediately whether the value is new. Why is it showing or not exception or whatever thing. And then you can do everything step by step from here. What's even more amazing about iOS is, for example, there's this UI element that's disappearing. How do you know? This is the coolest shit I've ever seen. Okay, so you go do here. You click this button here. Hey, where is it? Alamak. I think I accidentally paused it. Because it's blank. Okay, so you click here. You click this. It freezes the app state and put it here. So you can examine all the UI. So you can do this and see the 3D figure of your app. Each layer, each label. Like some game apps have like 10 layers. Like they put the money behind, they put the animation in front. So this is freaking important when you want to debug iOS apps because you don't know which layer you can see. Then it's very fun. You can do it upwards, downwards. Then you can expand. Yeah, you can do a lot of funny things. Then you know what's the best part? You can right click. I can click this. Click here. There's one button called show in debug area or something. Where is it? Shit, too long never do it. Oh shit, where is it? In debug navigator. Then it'll tell you what this exact button is here. Then you can right click, print. Then it'll tell you, okay, this is the button, this is the problem. Sometimes you see that the frame is like some negative weird value. Then you know that is this button has a problem. Then you go and debug on this. So this is an interesting thing about iOS development that is very flexible. Not like Android, you cannot see what's happening, and then you can do everything. You can simulate location with this. There are a lot of things that I'm not too sure how to use it. It's like a lot of advanced things going on. You can do a cutting, split cutting here. And these are the basic IDE things. Play, resume, step over, step in, step out. I think we all deal with IDEs because you should know how this works. And the best part about iOS development is basically you don't need to remember anything about iOS. So for example, I'll go here, I click this, I click this, I click this. Okay, for example, today you want to know what are the button class, right? So you type button, one, dot, then all the available, whatever you need is here. But you want to read the documentation. So you hold alternate, click UI button, then it's all here. So you double click twice, it opens the documentation. Yeah, you don't need to Google it or anything. And it even tells you in Swift, in Objective-C or whatever you need, everything is here. Yeah. Okay, what else can I share? So I didn't go through about how the devices work. So let me just briefly go through. So now what are y'all looking at is just purely iPhone. I do for iPhone 7 Plus. I'll keep iPhone 7 Plus. And everything now will be resized to iPhone 7 Plus standards. So if you have set your constraints properly, right, nothing will go wrong because you already set the relative positioning, so it should work. But if you didn't set constraints, a lot of people they don't know you can use constraints. So when you deploy iPhone 7, nothing happened, nothing wrong. When you put iPhone 7 Plus, suddenly everything screws up. And also you can do like in iPad. So you see, because you set the constraints properly, right? It's working. I mean, it's like in respecting your constraints. So for example, this one, I didn't like set a proper constraint, so now it's floating somewhere not in the middle. But then these are set proper constraints, so they are all respecting the same size, 100 plus pixels from the top. Yeah, and you can do like different orientation. So this is just like presenting it, like maybe you want to set custom constraints for custom, like how you're gonna look on iPad. So you can click here, look at the constraints. You click edit, right? You not click edit. You can do a plus here. So for example, I want to do a dynamic text, dynamic color. You click here, and they'll ask you what do you want to vary on. So what if it's iPad or the compact height, compact width, all this, and then you add a variation. Then they will depends on the device length and width. They'll adjust accordingly. But these are all advanced things. I mean, depends on what your designer wants, and you do accordingly. And just now the port file I mentioned is here. So you just need to init and you get this. And sometimes you're missing frameworks, you need to add the framework in. So for example, you want to use the Microsoft Azure, make sure you add in the Microsoft framework into the framework folder. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. That's all. You have any questions for me?